Hey guys, welcome to Kitchen Hero. On today's episode, we're going to make a simple sauteed chicken breast. We're going to do two ways. First way is going to be plain. Second way is going to be coated in flour. This dish is very versatile and can be used for many different things. So please stay tuned, watch, and we'll cook some yummy chicken. Alright, welcome back. As you can see below, these are the ingredients we're going to use for this first recipe. All you really need is a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter, and we're going to use some thin chicken cutlets. Pretty simple. It's going to be literally about a minute each side. That's how quick it goes. And you're going to get a hot pan. Alright, so real simple. With this recipe, you've got your pan. It's on high heat. Like I said, this is literally a minute each side. We're going to put a little butter in here. A little bit of olive oil can give you a little bit of flavor, get some browning. Olive oil will keep it from burning as well. So let's let that spread around a little bit, warm up. You're going to take your chicken breasts and literally season them liberally each side. I'm using kosher salt as in previous videos. Let's season the other side as well. In chicken, you got to be very careful. So you can't kill somebody. So let's put it in the pan, right like this. Just gonna move it around a little bit. That helps make sure it's not gonna stick. At this point, go wash your hands, because like I said, you don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Take your pepper, a little bit of pepper on the chicken breast. You see the sides already starting to lighten up. That means we're getting close. Once you can almost see white throughout the chicken breast, it means it's ready to flip. And literally, the other side is gonna take maybe 30 seconds. We're going to do all the cooking on this side. And just kind of make sure this is not sticking. That's absorbing some of the butter and oil, so it helps brown it. See around the edges it's getting white. That means it's just about done. Same over here, it's getting turning white, not a pink anymore. Right here, still a little pink, so we'll let that go just a little bit longer. Alright, so we're about a minute in. You can see we're starting to get about 2/3 of the way. It's getting lighter. We're just going to flip it because this side is going to take even less time. So we're going to let this go. Pepper this side. I like the pepper last because pepper will burn. And at this point I've been using this fork. This is just like a little hack. I like to use forks because they're easy to clean. They're small, so they fit in a dishwasher. So at this point, this fork we're going to put aside because we're not going to use it again for the cooked chicken. You can poke this and you can feel that it doesn't really rebound, so that means it's done. So let's flip it back over one more time. Let's look. Go back one more time. Let's give it about 15-20 seconds and we should be good. Alright, so once again, I'm going to flip this one more time. Got a nice little bit of color on this side. And we're going to take this off the heat. We're going to let this rest before we cut it. As you can see, you can press on it. It doesn't bounce back. It means it's fully cooked. And especially like these little cutlets, they go quick. Alright guys. For this next recipe, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're going to season our chicken breast right here. We want to season it as we go because that will definitely make sure it's flavorful. And that at the same time, it kind of layers flavors too. So we're going to season both sides of the chicken breast. And I like kosher salt because you can see where it lands. Obviously you can tell that we've got a little bit of seasoning on each side. This is the fork we used when we were turning the chicken when it was still raw. So it's still okay to use. We're not going to contaminate anything with it. And then here I got a little bowl. We've got just plain flour. And what you're going to do, like I said, we want to season as we go. So you're going to season this flour. And you want to do it liberally because you're just getting a dusting on here. You want some of the seasoning to stick. Okay, that should be good. And let's add something else. Let's add a little Cajun seasoning. Alright, we're going to take our fork that was finished before. We're just going to mix this around a little bit. Just to kind of incorporate this throughout the flour so it's nice and even. Alright, so here's the key. We're going to take our chicken breast, we're going to put it in here. And pat it around, just get flour on it. And you don't want to go crazy with the flour. You just want to have enough to coat it. Anything that looks a little wet, you just want to make sure you get a little flour on it. Before we go back in the pan, We're gonna put a little bit more oil and butter in the pan as well. All right, so we got our heat on once again. We wanna put this pretty high because it's gonna cook very quick. And we wanna try to get coloring. So a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Just a little touch of butter for flavor and for color. And you can see this is melting, getting nice and hot, and spread out right away. So we're gonna take our chicken breast that's been in here, we're gonna shake it a little bit because we wanna get the majority of the excess off. Here we go, we're gonna lay it in real quick, let it do its thing. Just wanna spread this around a little bit to make sure it doesn't stick. If the pan's hot enough and you have oil in it that's hot enough, your food should not stick. So we're gonna let this go here for about a minute. It might take a little bit longer because we got flour on it and we want to get a little bit more color on it. So let it go. And every now and then you just want to shake it around, make sure you're not sticking to the pan. Alright, same thing on this side. First side we're going to go about a minute, minute and a half max. On the other side it should go pretty quick because the pan's going to be fully heated up, ready to go. You can hear it from the sizzling. It's starting to pick up right now. So we're going to take our dirty fork once again. You can tell the sides here start to cook. You can see it's starting to get white, which means it's cooking. Right now we're just going to peek a little bit. The other side, you can see we're starting to get a little bit of color. So let's give it another 20 seconds or so. All right, let's give it one more little peek. All right, got some color. So let's turn it over. Same thing. You just want it to kind of absorb some of that oil and butter. Let's get a little bit more color on this side as well. And that's the nice thing about these thin chicken breasts. They're pretty much foolproof. You can tell when they're done, they're not uneven in shape. So you're not going to have one side that's cooked before the other. They're pretty much, uniform thickness throughout. So right now, same thing. We got a dirty fork, we're done with it. So let's get rid of it, get it out of the way. We're back to our clean fork once again. Just going to kind of spread this around, put it in the oil. Because it helps distribute the oil a little bit, it'll make sure it browns evenly on the other side. And same thing, it's going to be hot, but just poke it. It doesn't feel soft. If it feels a little bit firm, it means you're just about done. Take one more look, you see we're starting to get some browning. We'll go over about 10 more seconds on that side, and then we're done and let it rest. Anytime you cook meat, you want to let it rest for about, 3 to 4 or 5 minutes, depending on what you cook. Something like this will be ready in a couple minutes, but a thick steak, you want to let rest for 5 to 10 minutes, depending how thick it is. I would say at this point we're done. So let's turn off the heat here. I'm just going to check it one more time. See, we got some nice coloring. Alright, let's take it off. Let it rest, and there you go. We've got chicken breast two ways. So on this side is going to be your floured chicken breast, which you can use, for any other recipes, or just eat it like that. It tastes great the way it is. You can squeeze a little lemon juice in there. We'll do that in another video and make a, chicken piccata. Or you can have plain chicken breast right here, which is literally salt, pepper, oil, and butter. And they both taste great. They're both done in about 2 minutes. Quick, easy, simple meal. Well, thanks for watching this episode. Like I said, super simple, easy recipe. Just thin chicken cutlets. Takes literally 2 to 3 minutes to cook. We did plain, salt and pepper, like I said earlier. And the other one was flour, had flour on it, just a light dusting. You can use these on top of salads, sandwiches. I mean, just as is with vegetables as a side. Super simple, and you can take it from here. So thanks for watching. Next week's video, we got a good spoof coming up. It's already in the works. We're gonna have Pioneer Woman doing a little, little spoof of herself. So please stay tuned for that video. It's gonna be great. Might upset some Pioneer Woman fans, but oh well, we're here to do that. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.